Farm, when you see this beautiful logo in the front entrance to the left of the entrance, and this is the entrance itself. Now today I'm going to take a walk upstairs with you and show you the upstairs. They have a lunch buffet on Friday, Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and this is today's price list and menu. $400 for adults, and toddlers are $125 and children are $225. The egg drop soup, pretty good. I liked it. Plain rice, can't go wrong. Chicken cutlets are actually chicken cutlets with gravy. Real chicken cutlets, not chopped up, pieces of chicken cutlets. It's real chicken. Shrimp and honey ginger, those shrimps are pretty big today. You could almost say you could make a comfortable shrimp cocktail with the shrimps and enjoy it. And they're quite large, the largest I've ever seen in a buffet. And then they have these little salads that go along with your salad, fresh fruits and dessert. They always have cucumber juice and iced tea, and today they have pineapple and watermelon. And this is the main menu for the regular restaurant. Now we're going to take a walk upstairs. I'll just back you off this entrance a little bit and tell you that the main entrance to the ICM mall is down there by Jollibee. And you make a right when you come in the mall, come straight down this corridor into the Prawn Farm. Again, you'll know the Prawn Farm when you see this blue logos. Now they have an upstairs. I have not shown anybody the upstairs. I forgot to do that. This is the downstairs. So they have, one thing I will tell you about this place, it's very clean, and everybody here is very courteous. It's a very, very clean restaurant for the Philippines. And this is the dining area. This is going upstairs. Looks like you could have a conference up here too. Oh, I guess they do. They must have a conference center up here because I see these sliding doors. That's nice. And then the back wall I like because it's all glass. So this is the mezzanine section of the restaurant. And we'll go back downstairs. I'll show you the buffet. And I want to give you guys a heads up on the rebar bender. I ordered the rebar bender again. And that story will be coming up in a few minutes. I didn't get the money back from the first order yet, but I feel confident that they're going to send me the money. The 193,000 pesos, 193,331. So here is the buffet. They have a soup in the beginning, dishes, rice, chicken cutlets. Oh, look at that. Hi, honey. This spaghetti was pretty good. The spicy pasta. It's the first time I enjoyed their spaghetti because it didn't have raw onions in it. The shrimps. Oh, look at this. Look at the size of those shrimps. Very big, very tasty. Very crisp. Shrimp and honey ginger. Hawaiian fish fillet. And then they have the pork humba. Humba is the pork belly with a little bit of, there's a lot of fat. Probably 60% is fat. And it's cooked in the sauce for a few hours. And the fat is so soft it just dissolves in your mouth. Pork humba. Actually, it's good for the carnivore diet because you're supposed to eat a fatty pork or fatty meat. Keeps your appetite down. Then they have a nice sink that you can wash your hands outside and of the buffet. And then they have their salads with the different types of vegetables. My favorite is iceberg with Russian dressing in the back. Russian dressing. This eggplant salad, I don't know where to go with that. I've never tasted it. The Lato salad, it looks like something that came out of a fish, not something you would eat. But I don't know what that tastes like either. Maja Blanca, no idea. Pineapple, watermelon, cucumber juice, and iced tea. So I'm going to put you guys on mute for a minute. Okay, we're in the bathroom now, baby. I put you on mute because there's really no reason to hear the sights and sounds of the bathroom other than that of washing my hands when I'm done here. And now I'll show you where I'm sitting. Okay, so the buffet starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. I try to get here about, first thing I do is if I come on a Friday, I do my banking. Actually, both of my banks are in this building. So if you get here at 9 o'clock, you can do your banking. And this month I had banking because I wanted to go, well, what I wanted to do was beside the point. So I'll give you an update for the rebar bender now that I've shown you the porn farm. Oh yeah, what I bought these, some candy for Halloween. So if you want to report me for giving candy to the children on Halloween, to that little man who has no life, who goes around reporting people for everything, I'm going to give out 200 pieces of candy to the children. Not all of it, though. What I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to open this up before I leave. And I'll give a couple of sticks to each of the waiters. And then, of course, I'll give them their tip separate. So, to update you on, I did an 8-hour live stream yesterday that's private. I took upwards of 10,000 pounds of stuff out of my cargo container. And that all depends on how you count a 30-pound box. Do you count the 30-pound box that you pick up, walk 20 feet to the end of the container, put it down on the floor, climb down a 2-step ladder or a box, and then move it another 30 feet away from the container so you can have room for the rest of the stuff? Do you count that as 30 pounds? The only real way to measure that would be in calories or joules or energy, how much energy you use. But for 8 hours, I never stopped. Never. I took less than 20 minutes of a break all day. Never stopped. Get the stuff out, build shelves across the back, and then restock it back with everything. And it's an 8-hour live stream. Plus I painted the floor, the ceiling, and the walls in the back of the container where I put the shelf up. I put a 4-foot wide shelf from the back of the container up 4 feet. And then I put my roll top desk on the top of that. I don't know how much damage was done to the roll top desk. Possibly some. Can't do a thing about it. Water damage. I don't think the termites attacked it, but there was definitely going to be water stains on it. But no other furniture. Not the drawers for the roll top. I'm talking about the roll top itself. It was sitting on its side. And I don't know, we had several typhoons in the last 2 years, and the seals on the door weren't that great. I think water blew in through the door, and then the container is tilted towards the back. Problematic, but not so much. And I think there's going to be water damage on it, but I think I'll be able to polish it out. At this point, I can't complain. The termites did not touch any of the mahogany, so I'm okay with that. My oak file cabinets and my oak bookcases, no termite damage. I'm past the point of where there are termites. I took everything with termites in it, put it in huge plastic bins, and threw mothballs in the bins, and the mothballs have killed. You open the bin up the next day, well, the termites are dead, so that part of my life is ancient history. I got the back shelves, put everything back, and then we put everything back in the container that didn't go on shelves. So now, the next time I pull everything out, I need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets. Three sheets of plywood for the shelf. 3 more sheets. Although I could make the shelves wider than 24 inches, I don't really need a 4-foot aisle in the back. I could cut it down to 3 feet or 2 feet. Anyway, that's done. Now for the rebar bin. I called up after I spoke with you people. Today's Friday. I called up Wednesday night, Lozada. And I stayed on the phone with them until they got me the managerial staff of Lazada. And I said to them, what is going on with my order? No one knows. Every time I get a Lazada operator, they say the order has not been canceled. And an hour later, as soon as I hang up, an hour later, I get a note saying that the order was canceled. What's going on? The 5 customer service agents that I dealt with, who I gave them a level of IQ, I was very, very generous with my IQ numbers. These people are stone stupid. There's no, they're trained to lie. They lied. It wasn't until I got the managerial staff for customer service, and within like an hour, I talked to the customer service rep, another one, and then I got the managerial staff. I don't know, I guess it was 20 minutes, and they confirmed, sir, your order was canceled on October 22nd, excuse me. Why do I have all of these chat messages and phone calls to customer service saying the order wasn't canceled? Sir, we're sorry. How could they not know that it was canceled? Sir, we're sorry. What are these? Lazada, I'm going to give you a rating of like a D-, man. Your customer service is terrible. They lied to me for 7 days. 7 days. So, what does that leave me? That left me with the executive staff advising me to call up the shipper, because the customer service kept saying the shipper got the order wrong, and I said the shipper got the order wrong, and the shipper said the shipper got the order wrong. The woman, Rochelle, definitely ordered a motorcycle instead of a truck, and then the next day she ordered a van instead of a boom truck. So the shipper was at fault. This goes back to the 20th and the 21st. And from that time on, the Supercenter canceled the order. And there was nothing anybody was going to do to uncancel the order. It took, from that day, the 22nd, until the 28th, which is yesterday, no, the 27th, at night, at 7 o'clock at night, that order was canceled. That came off the 45-day waiting period. Lazada can hold your money for 45 business days or 9 weeks. They're not going to do that. And the executive staff said, sir, we'll expedite your refund. I said, but in the meantime, I don't have the product. You know what their solution was? Their solution was, for me, was to buy another unit. And I said, but you have 193,000 pesos of my money. Yes, sir, but we're going to give it back. Our department confirms that you'll have your money within 48 hours. So, after that, Wednesday night, I called the shipper, and me and him had a little conversation about business. And I said to him, you know, what's going on? You know, how could you screw this up so badly? He didn't want to blame it on Rochelle, but he did. Eventually, he just said, well, Rochelle doesn't know that part of the business. I'm saying, then if she doesn't know that part of the business, why is she the one making the schedule to have a truck pick up something she doesn't know anything about? There was no answer. So the guy, Mark, who was always pleasant, he'd never been anything but pleasant, not the brightest bulb. And I kind of believe he's a lot older than I thought. I think he's just like, in his senior years, trying to get, to make a living. So me and him talked, and I sent him both of my channels. And I said to him, Mark, I want to buy that machine, because believe me when I tell you, I've been looking for other machines. There are machines that do the same bending capacity for about 80,000 pesos plus shipping. I don't know what the shipping is. It's going to be 10,000 for sure. So, but some of the shipping companies have for those machines 28,000 pesos. I think that's where Mark pulled that number out of his Bodinsky's in the beginning. So I said to myself, if I pay 78,000 for 80,000 pesos, which is $1,600. If I pay 80,000 pesos, we'll just keep it in pesos. And then I pay, say, 10,000 more, that's 90,000, right? But all I have is a rebar bender. Then I have to buy a rebar cutter, and they're about 65,000 pesos plus 10,000. So 80 and 75 is 155,000 pesos. However, the problem is twofold. One, then I have two machines that weigh 300 almost 300 kilos each. The lighter machine was 220 kilos. And then the cutter, the lighter rebar bender, the cutter was about 118 kilos. So I have to have two machines up on the roof of the cargo container. I don't want two machines up there. I know what I want. And I don't have the space. It's a cargo container. It's not an acre of land. And then I have to set up 2 home runs for the circuit breaker, and then I have to maintain 2 machines. I don't want to do that. So, and I would only be saving about 40,000 pesos, which is $800. But I wouldn't be really saving $800 because, number one, to run a home run to that machine, drawing 30 amps with the new circuit breaker for each one, a designated circuit breaker for each one, going to cost about, circuit breakers are about $20, a good one, and you got $40 in wire for each one to get it from the panel to upstairs, and you have to have a plug. The plugs are a certain amount, so it's about $60 in material for 2 of them. So that's $60 I don't save, and then I have to put electric up on top of there for two machines. I don't want to do that. So I said to Mark, here's my channel, and I sent them a video of my cranes and the backhoe, and I said, look, I'll call you up tomorrow morning, which was yesterday morning at 7 o'clock before I started work, and I'll talk to you, and you let me know if you want to sell me the machine. At 5 o'clock tonight, when I'm done working, I'll call you up. You'll send me the link. You're going to put the machine back on Lazada. You send me the link. I buy the machine. The deal is done in 90 seconds. The credit card is going to go through. The credit's good. And then you ship the machine out properly this time, because we had come to the agreement that he knows how to do it now. So Lazada has 193,000 pesos of my money, and Now they have another 193,000 pesos of my money. But I'm sure that I'm going to get it back. Lozada's not going to. Mark didn't get the money. The money was rescinded from his company. Also, Lozada made it perfectly clear that he should finish this deal with me, or they may not want to do business with him. So they would punish him for not completing the deal. So I said it would be in his best interest, and Lozada, apparently with all the complaints I made it clear as day that it would be in his best interest if he finishes the deal. So I spoke with him at 7 a.m. He agreed. I got on the phone at 4:45 at night, and by 5 o'clock, he had sent me the link. I had paid for the machine. I got a confirmation order and a delivery date of between November 2nd and November 9th. It's a done deal. It's being shipped by Ninja. Ninja? Yeah, Ninja. I think. Yeah, Ninja is a big shipping carrier. So I deal with them. I've had other big stuff come from them, and they delivered 33 boxes from me once, and then 13 boxes another time. Very, it's a good company. So I bought the machine from Mark, from Lozada again. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to work out this time. That was a lot of work. I am not taking down my Lozada low quality ratings, my low quality reviews. I'm not going to take those down. Those stay. And Lozada, I also gave Lozada my reviews. If they want to watch a 3-hour live stream, that's up to them. And I explained to them that every day I can make a new video. Doesn't cost me anything for a review. Eventually, you'll get the idea to get some people that tell the truth. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that they care. I know a $4,000 order to Lozada is nothing. They probably do $4,000 worth of business a minute in Asia. But there wasn't another place to buy that machine, so it was in my best interest if I want that machine to do business with Mark. And like I said, I think he's an older man and slowing down, doing the best that he can. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to getting that machine. I got the cables. I got a 50 amp cable from my container, cargo container 2. I got a 50 amp cable out of there yesterday that's about, I think it's 30 feet long. It's enough, 30 feet. That cable was $165, the one I got yesterday out of the cargo can too. It was from my boat, my yacht, my Ocean Racer. It was 50 amps in case you had an air conditioner and a refrigerator on the boat. So that's all set. And then one more day inside the container. One day in the container. And one day out of the container. The ground at the back of the container. When I put the container in, I leveled it off. I cribbed it. I put it on some cribbing, 3x12 cribbing. And I leveled it off. And I made the back of the container 2.5 inches higher. So any water that got in there by whatever, if there was a leak in the roof, it would flow out the back. And over the last 2 years, the ground in the back of the container settled. So the water goes into the container instead of out into the back of the container. That's where the roll top desk damage may have occurred. But again, it's mahogany. And I don't care. As long as the termites didn't get it, I don't care about water damage. It could be so the wood swells up a little bit. I'll live with it. So I have to raise the back of the container, which of course I have the jacks to do that now. I have a 10-ton jack. I have a 20-ton jack. I have a 2-ton floor jack. I have a 5-ton bottle jack, 5-ton bottle jack, 10-ton bottle jack, and a 20-ton bottle jack. And I have lots of lumber, so I'm gonna have to it's gonna take a day to jack it up. I'm gonna have to jack it up about 7 inches, and then I'll put it where the water runs out the front. Because it could be another year that thing sits on the property. Yeah, I've been busy. Let me check the comments. No comments. Very nice. And then there will be no more tolerance for trolls on my channel. If I don't know who you are and you say something that isn't pretty, I'm just gonna block you. I'm not interested in trying to figure out what you said. I have comments. When I went through my comments, I have comments that make no sense at all in English, but they don't make any sense. It's like somebody just grabbed 12 words out of the atmosphere. It's an amazing thing. And what else did I want to talk about? The children came yesterday. I forgot all about Halloween. Now, for Halloween, I'm going to give the children candy. So, but yesterday was the 28th, not the 30th. I'm going, it's not. I forgot about Halloween. I forgot Halloween was this week. That's what I'm saying. I forgot I forgot to buy the candy, but Halloween was like my favorite holiday. You could dress up and be a pirate. Good afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. You could dress up as, remember when you was a kid, Halloween? That was an important day. When you went to school, everybody wore their little costumes, or everybody made their own costumes. Halloween was an important day in my life. And then the candy. When we were kids, we had shopping bags with like a cord, like a rope. Thank you, LaRue. With like a rope handle. The shopping bags probably held 10 pounds of candy. I remember going out on Halloween as a child and coming back with 2 bags of candy. 2 bags, not 1 bag, 2 bags. And I remember going out. I was never one for rotten eggs. I never took the time to let eggs rot. I never really liked throwing eggs. I probably did, but it wasn't something that I enjoyed doing. But shaving cream, I like shaving cream. Remember going around and slathering up somebody with shaving cream, or slathering up their front door? What was the name of the shaving cream that we used to use? It was in a red and white striped can. I like that. I don't remember the name. It was the cheapest shaving cream. Yeah, I forgot Halloween, so I went and bought these little sticks, these little jelly sticks for the kids. There's 200 jelly sticks in there. I'll give 2 or 3 sticks to all the men and women that are on the wait staff here, and that'll leave me about 140 sticks for the children. There's only about 30 children in my immediate area. There's 85 children on the block, but I'm only gonna give the children just the local. There's probably 20 children on just one compound right next door to my house, 10 feet away. Well, I'm gonna give them some candy. I'm looking forward to that. Haven't given out any candy in a long time because we have that little blabbermouth that keeps quoting, you can't be alone with. I was never alone with children, dude. You were the one that was alone with a child. You, not me. And you did some things with that child. We're gonna find out if you did something illegal or not soon. Yeah, you're the one who did that, not me. All that shit you were blaming me with the children and blaming me for this and blaming me for that. Turns out you were the one who was alone. Barbasol, that's it. That is it. Barbasol shaving cream, that's it. The red and white striped can, or red and white can. Barbasol, that's it. Mickey Mason. You're old, dude. Barbasol. Yeah, it wasn't a name brand. I remember my friend Rudy. Remember how you used to put chalk in the sock and put chalk on people's stoop and in the street and stuff like that? Rudy's sister, she was a beast. God, she was a big girl. Rudy's dad was 6'5" plus. Rudy was about 6'2". His mom probably was 5'10", 5'11". And his sister was huge, a huge girl. That girl put a can of shaving cream. I don't remember what kind of shaving cream it was. She put a can of shaving cream in a sock and smacked me in the head with it, broke my nose when I was about 15 years old. She broke my nose with a can of shaving cream. And I was blood everywhere. And she did it on her stoop at her house. And Rudy, I was calling for Rudy, but Mrs. Santa Claus answered the door. And she came out and whacked me with this thing. And Mrs. Santa Claus came out like a few seconds later, and because she was going to tell me that whatever Rudy was going to do was going to be a few minutes. And she looked at me, there was blood everywhere. She took me in the house, there was blood everywhere. I was bleeding profusely and she was the first girl to break my nose. Not so long after that, Adrian broke my nose. Another girl with a baseball bat. Not on Halloween though. So anyway, Mrs. Santa Claus took me into the house and she called my parents, and my parents came over and picked me up. We was only a few blocks away, and we went to the doctor, and she paid the doctor bill. But Adrian was a different story. 2 girls broke my nose. A couple of guys broke my nose too, but 2 girls. So I'm at the park, and Adrian is playing softball. And the bats, remember how you put the bats in the fence, and the nut of the back of the bat hung in the fence, and the bats just hung outside the chain link fence? I was talking to somebody, probably her brother, on the softball team. It was a mixed team, girls and guys. And I was about 16 at the time. And Adrian was a tomboy. And she liked me. And I liked her too, because I was friends with her older brother. My brother was friends with her younger brother. I was friends with her older brother. And my dad was friends with her dad. And I'm on one side of the fence outside, and the bats were hanging in the fence. And I guess I wasn't paying attention to Adrian, and she shoved the bat through the fence. She broke my nose. I'm going, damn, Adrian, you broke my nose. And I ended up going into the baseball field and fighting her, and she lost. But you know, she did. I don't know if she did it on purpose or not, man. But I was so pissed off that she broke my nose. I ended up fighting her. She was a big girl too. She was not a small girl. She was bigger than me, and she was a tomboy. I don't know what was on her mind. I ended up dating her for quite a few years, on and off, because she was a nutcase. She made me look normal, Adrian. I could tell you what she did, and then came to my house. I don't know that I should do that. Anyway, later on she started. I'm not gonna tell you. Anyway, she was a nutcase. She was a first-class nutcase. She got pregnant with my child, but she was dating another guy named Ernie. So I wouldn't marry her. We were about, at this time we were going into 77. I was 22. I wouldn't marry her. I liked her, but she was off the chain nuts. So she got pregnant with my baby, told Ernie that it was his baby, and then she called me up from the hospital, and she said, it's a boy. That was like 8 or 9 months later, after I hadn't seen her for a long time, because Ernie was my friend. They were separated for a while, and she came to live with me, but it's a boy. I says, and who is this first of all? It's A, the big A. I says, so what does that mean to me? She goes, you just had a son. His name is Michael. I said, does Ernie know? She said, no, and don't tell him. So I never told him. We were friends, but I couldn't tell him. I never did tell him. She used to bring him over to my house to play. She just wanted to play with your son for a while. And she was funny like that. But that was, when I say she was nuts, she was off the chain nuts, man. She did shit that made Jesse James look like a nice guy. Adrian. She would get into anything. She was crazy. She was really crazy. If you said, let's do this, she'd say, let's go. That's it. That was all it took, was just somebody to say, let's go do this thing. Let's go. Some people think about it, not a. If there was money involved, she goes, let's go. She was a trip. I haven't talked to her since I lived in Florida, and I guess that's going back. The last time I saw her, 1991 at a party. Her brother is a big shot in what do they? He's a big shot grip. He's a key grip, and his brother, the younger brother, another younger brother is a prop master, and they do movies for all the big movies. You watch a huge movie, like a $20 million production, you see their name at the end of the movie, and this guy had just bought a house. One of them just bought a house in Long Island, and I saw her there, probably 91, and I think it was 91. It was just before I moved to Florida, 91 or 92. Yeah, at that time, Michael was outside smoking cigarettes in front of the house. Adrian, I never thought about her in such a long time. Yeah, 2 girls broke my nose. Imagine that. So let's see what else. Hey, LaRue, thanks for still tuning in. So I am going to get my rebar bender. I think I'm going to get it this time. I'm not going to get upset like I got last time. I made it clear to Lazada, there's not going to be any more of this back and forth. I'm just going to make a video every day, and every day I'll send you the link for the video till you get it squared. And then when you get it squared away, I'm not taking them down. So we don't need you to do that. Yeah, I know. But I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, I know what I didn't tell you about. There was a company that when I brought Cargo Can 2 from New York to the Philippines, there was a company that overcharged me 81,000 pesos. And I made a video. I called up the executive branch. I had to go to the company in Cebu. It's in right next to the Ayala Mall, and right next to the Magellan statue. And I had to pay them 81,339 pesos, whatever it was. And I said, I'm going to make a video every day to the accountant's office. I'm going to make a video every day that you screwed me. Yes, sir. That's okay, sir. And they gave me the receipt for the pesos, and I made a video every day for about, I don't know, maybe it wasn't long. Maybe I made 20 videos and posted 11. And I would release one every week or so. One day I get a phone call from that company saying, sir, are you the person that has the videos about it? Yeah, that's me. So why did you do that? And I told them, we'll look into that. Okay. I said, but if you don't give me back the 81,000 pesos, 339 pesos, I won't take them down. Sir, can you put them on private for a few days while we look into the matter? I said, that I could do, because every one of them had their name in the title. I put them all on private, 11 videos. And, sir, can you come to Cebu? We will give you your money back, return in cash. We have discovered that our agent in New Jersey billed you incorrectly, and it was our mistake that your cargo container sat in customs for 3 weeks at $60 a day. And we're going to give you back your money. So I gave one of those videos to Mark. I said, Mark, this could be you. I'll make you famous. Michael, there's no need to do that. We can. He was such a nice guy. He never had an angry word. It's hard to get mad at somebody when they don't get angry back at you. So I asked him, how old are you? And when he told me, I'm going, shit. This guy probably was a good guy his whole life, breaking his ass. And now he's old and senile. I says, I don't have the heart to hurt him, so I didn't make any videos about it. You know, I did make videos, but I didn't post them. I'm not going to post them. If I get my rebar bender right within the first 2 weeks of November, I'll be happy. I don't need it before then anyway. I told him there's no hurry. Michael, when you come home from your dinner tomorrow, because I told him I was coming out for the buffet. He goes, when you come home from your dinner tomorrow, you'll have an email saying that Ninja picked up your order. I said, that's up to you, Mark. But just don't let Rochelle get. No, Rochelle is not going to take care of your order. I will take care of your order. I don't think he knew which. I don't know, man. It's like a calamity of errors. Who knows what? Who said what? Who did what? But by the time I was done talking to Mark on Tuesday night, I said, oh man, this guy's trying his best. Never got angry. Never got upset. Never, he tried. It's hard to get mad at somebody when they don't get mad back at you. I could if I thought he was being malicious, but he wasn't. He just did it out of stupidity. As hard as that might sound for me to let that go, believe me, I'm letting it go. I had to count to 10 times. Mark. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. So now I have an appointment at about 1:30. Well, it's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna have one more load of food. Let me open up this candy. My nice yellow knife. Yeah? I know that I guess these guys will take candy. Of course, I'll give them a tip. But now that it's calmed down in here a little bit. Amigo. Roger. Yo. And what about her? You want candy? No. Yo, no more? Amigo. They don't want, they only want one each. It's an amazing thing. More for the children, but I'll give everybody candy. I'm gonna go in the back. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go into the kitchen and with the box. The kitchen is that way over there. Yo, you guys want some candy? How many people are back there? How many people are back? How many? 26 people. How many? 26 people. 26 people in the kitchen? Only in the kitchen? How many people are in the kitchen? How many? 20? Okay, here. Wait. Happy Halloween. You? Ma'am? Are you sure? Maybe for later? For later. You? And you? Get me 200. 5 candy. Did you get? Yeah, you got? Yeah. And you? What about that lady over there? Did you get candy? Okay. Did you get candy? Did you get candy? That bread, you? Did you blow anything up? No, are you sure to do that? Great, did you? Everybody? Yep. Anybody else I missed, you tell them to come over. Okay. Oh. Amigo, did you get candy?
Yeah,
You got? Okay. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. My favorite, iceberg lettuce, Russian dressing. So, let's see if we have any comments. LaRue, thank you for stopping by always.
Bill. Triple yung brat.
The carnivore diet. It's working. It's actually working. I think I'll do a shirts off video tomorrow. I got to go back to work. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot done this week. It doesn't look like it because there's just so much little odds and ends that you don't see, but I got a lot done. And I just had that one extra project that I never planned on to raise the cargo container. That's a whole day. And that's a day of hard work. Drag those. I got to unfurl the 3x10s, 2x6s, and the 2x8s. Undress it. It's been curing in the yard for about 3 months. I have to move 1,000 to 1,200 pounds of lumber. I don't know if I have to do that first, but I have to get on my hands and knees and level out a spot under the container with a rake, which I have a rake, and then put the jacks up under the cargo container to lift it up. Which any one of my bigger jacks should pick that right up. And then cut. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move that lumber, the 1,000 pounds of lumber. I have lumber on a frame I built outside the cargo container. I don't think, it's not a question of the weight, it's a question of slipping the pieces underneath the cargo container that are gonna When I jack the container up 3 inches, I slide a 2-inch piece of lumber under the container. I'll have to do that 3 times. Reset the jack at least twice, possibly 3 times. It's just another day's work. I wish I had my screw jacks. Those things, there's nothing better than a screw jack when you're raising something heavy. Screw jacks don't fail. I don't know if you know what a screw jack is. It's a big, giant piece of metal, about that big, about 16 inches high, and the screw is about 2 1/4 inches around, and it screws into a thread, and on the top spins, and you put an iron bar, 1-inch iron bar through the screw jack, and you turn it by hand. The advantage of the screw jack is that a hydraulic jack can give way and you lose the load, it'll kill you. Screw jacks don't give way. I've been raising houses my whole life. When I was doing it, since I was 5 years old, I never saw a screw jack break. They weigh about 45 pounds, the bigger ones, but they don't break. Hydraulic jacks, you jack them up, then you got to put dunnage. Got one. He's got a screw jack. I had enough screw jacks to raise an entire house. The houses that you saw me raise in the pictures, where I raised the house with the Polish guys, I probably had at least 16 screw jacks, at least that many, maybe more. And I lent them to a guy, and he raised his house, and somebody shot him. they didn't shoot him because he raised his house. They shot him because they shot him. I don't know why they shot him. But so he was in the hospital for like a year, and at that time I was getting ready to move to Florida. And I never did get them. I probably won't be raising any houses in Florida. It wasn't like a big issue. I was not in the house raising business. By that time, the crane and the barge were making me money. I really wasn't in the house raising business anymore, but he deserved to get shot, I think. Well, I don't know if he deserved to get shot for that thing. And the funny thing is, I was at his house one night, and he was putting up 3/4 inch plywood with like and then a piece of tin, like a 16 gauge piece of metal. On the inside of the plywood, and then on the other side of the 2x4s, another 16 gauge plywood with a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. And I said, "What are you doing?" And it was around where he slept, his bed. And he goes, "I'm making my room bulletproof." And I said, "Dude, that ain't gonna work." "Well, it'll slow it down." I'm going, I don't think so. So they shot him through the window. Idiot. He advertised that he made his room bulletproof. So they just kept pumping rounds through the window. Shut him up pretty good. I guess I forgot to tell him about the window. So he could never go back underneath his house to finish raising his house. For all I know, those jacks are still there. He didn't die from getting shot, but he was crippled for pretty much crippled for life after that. And he was a bouncer. He was a pretty tough guy. But he wasn't bulletproof. He wasn't bulletproof. That makes me giggle. I remember being in his house. I'm making my room bulletproof. I forgot to tell him about the window. Yeah, so when I went back to New York, actually the last time in 2019, I went by the house. It wasn't raised up. If he did raise it, I don't know what the hell he did. And I have no, it was one of those things where you had to be there. But I said to my brother, whatever happened to that guy? You don't remember? Remember why? Because he got shot up just before you left for Florida. Oh yeah, I remember that. I said, did he ever come over and give you my jacks? He goes, no. So I said, well, where does he live now? Because his house was all boarded up. My brother said, right there. Like 30 feet from where we were standing in front of one of the stores. So I said, I'm going to go ask him for my jacks. He's going, Mike, that was 20 years ago. 30, 20, 28 years ago. So those jacks will still be good. And he goes, well, if you do call for him, it'll take him a half an hour to get down the stairs because he still can't walk. I let that go too. Water under the bridge. I'm a nice guy. Ask me, I'll tell you. Shouldn't have taken my jacks though. Without giving them back. One of the things I'm laughing at is because you know how many guys this guy beat up? A lot of guys. He was a bouncer in a tough guy bar. He was a big, very, very strong, tough man, young man. I picture the way he was bouncing around that bedroom when he got sprayed with bullets. I can just picture him bouncing from one wall to the other, trying to grab his shotgun. He's a bouncer, all right. Man. Now I wish I had just had 2 of those shots. 4. Those are good jacks.
Saya gini beriang.
I can picture him bouncing inside that little room. See, a lot of shit I can say, a lot of stuff I can't say, but this guy had a propensity beating people up. He was good at it too. A very tough guy. Wasn't bullet. If I told you what he got shot for, you wouldn't even believe it. You would say nobody would shoot somebody for that reason, but there are people that would do that. I won't tell you that. He's a bouncer. He's bouncing all right. I saw a guy once, this is true now. No, I know you won't believe it, but Carl got shot. Not my friend Carl Vella, another Carl. So Carl worked for me for about, it wasn't long, probably that year, whatever year it was, he needed a job. He used to do fencing, regular fencing. Cyclone fencing, wooden fencing. There's all 6-foot high board fencing, like, you know, I forgot, stockade fencing that they called it. So we're at a job. I'm building a big deck on the water. Big deck. $15,000, $18,000 deck. And I'm doing it for free. No charge. No money for me. You pay my men and you make us lunch. But that guy did me a favor. So we're on the job. And Carl sees, I don't know how many sections of fence there were, stockade fencing, leaning up against an old 1971 Cadillac. No plates. And the fencing is new. And he says to the guy I'm working for, can I buy those from you? And the guy said, yeah, sure, $5 a piece. Whatever it was, Carl didn't have $5. And now this guy is spending $8,000 for materials for the job we're doing. So Carl put the fence on this truck. He had a truck. And took it home, and a couple of days went by, and the guy who I was working for said, he got that money. We were sitting around doing nothing, just after work. And he goes, I'll give it to you tomorrow. I don't know if I can't really tell the story. Carl got shot. Carl got shot for $5. I don't know if it was the $5 or the sarcasm. But the guy told him, if you don't give me that $5, I'll shoot you. He didn't say I will kill you. He just said I will shoot you. This is going back to 1982. And the next day, the guy asked him for the money again, and Carl came back with some snotty answer. The guy took out a 25 caliber pistol out of his back pocket, shot him. Clean through the upper thigh. Paul said, you just shot me. He goes, tomorrow you bring the $5, yeah? Paul brought the money in the next day. It went through just the upper thigh. It just went through a little bit of skin. It was a flesh wound. There are some crazy people out there. Guys are bouncing around in his bedroom. That guy beat up so many people. This guy, there's a lot of ways to handle being a bouncer. You could be nice about it and ask the people to leave and offer them cab fare. But the bar that this guy was working in was a pretty rough bar. It was kind of like a biker bar. Not exactly a biker. A lot of bikers went in there. It was just a roustabout type of bar. But he beat up a lot of people. That's why he was a doorman. He liked beating people up. He actually liked fighting. Some people are like that. So when he got shot, there was no way on earth anybody would go looking for the person who did it, because everybody hated the guy. Not only that, but think about it. He was bulletproofing his bedroom because he was paranoid somebody was going to shoot through the house at him. And it happened. Well, sometimes paranoia, some people that are paranoid that they're afraid to leave the house, they have things to be paranoid about. And sometimes it's all in their mind. Either way, once you reach the point of being afraid to leave the house or go anywhere because you're afraid of getting your ass kicked or shot or something like that, what's left to life after that? Little man. Carl. I never forget that day. That was one of the funniest things. It was funny because the guy told him, if you don't give me that $5, I'll shoot you. Even I thought he was kidding. And he was one of my best friends. I wish I could tell you the story about, another story about that guy, but I can't. I wish I could. When I get the hotel done, then I can tell stories because it's not on YouTube. I don't have to worry about breaking YouTube community guidelines or anything like that. Actually, the guy who I'm telling you about, there's a 50-50 chance that right at this very moment, he's watching me talk about that day. Not 50-50, but he has commented on my channel. And it would seem like an oddball comment. It would only mean something to me and him. It wouldn't mean anything to anybody else. And dude, man, how you been? I stopped by in New York last time. I was in New York. I banged on your door a couple of times, but no one answered. Yeah. Growing up in Howard Beach, boy, I have stories. Not that I can share. Some of them I can, some of them I can't. I wish I could. I wish it was YouTube 10 years ago. The problem with YouTube now is you don't know that if what you're saying, nothing I said today would break community guidelines, but people are not allowed to talk about they're not allowed to talk about things that should be, you know, that would normally 10 years ago would be news. Now you're not allowed to talk about it. They're taking away the Fourth Amendment, that's for sure, and the Second Amendment, and they want to try to take away the First and the Second Amendment and the Fourth Amendment. They want to do that. But if you talk about it, you can get your channel removed. And if you don't talk about it, they continue taking away your rights. So how do you win? Amigo, how do you win? You don't win. Well, I have a solution. Not a good solution. If I told you what the solution was, they take away my channel. But it would work. That's the difference. It wouldn't be temporary. It would be a solution. Might have to have 3 or 4 incarnations of the solution. But I think it would change things. But I don't know for sure. And being that I don't live in America anymore, it doesn't even really matter that much. An amazing thing how America has changed in the last 10 years. I told you it was going to happen. Oh yeah, another thing I told you was going to happen last year on my Hoodwinked by an Angel channel. Go look up cruise ships being scrapped and cargo ships being scrapped. Go look that up on my Hoodwinked by an Angel page. $30 billion in cruise ships. No, $30 billion loss of tourist income and cruise ships. Total. Cruise ships were scrapped. Tourism, non-existent. Taxes not collected. Food industry, not selling food to the cruise ships. Fuel, not being, money not being spent on fuel for the ships. Wages to the skeleton crews on the ships for like a certain amount of people just to keep it cost $1 million a month. I think it was $1 million a month to keep those big ships ready to use. Not in use, but if you mothball it, you have to do so much work that it's cheaper to run the motors and pay a skeleton crew to stay on the ship and do the maintenance, but it's still almost $1 million a month for hundreds of ships worldwide that are ported off of the coast. And that's just cruise ships. Cargo ships are being scrapped to even a bigger degree. Cargo ships are being scrapped to the point where no one's building any new cargo ships and they're scrapping the old ones. And the price of cargo shipping is 4 times higher than it was 2 years ago. Big problem. I told you that was going to happen. And it's not me. I didn't tell you anything. All I did was listen to the belief by the cruise ship industry that by the middle of 2023, the cruise ships would be back online. And we're in 2021, and there's 90% of the cruise ships are out of work. So they knew better than me. And the airline said by 2023, we should be back in business. So they knew also. They were just saying by 2023, we'll be back in business. That means that everybody else is going to be back in business at the same time as well. It doesn't mean that just their business is going to be back in business. So we're looking at another year to a year and a half of this downtrodden economy. Imagine that. Fuel, I did a video this morning. Fuel is up 18% in the last 3 weeks. 18% fuel increase in 3 weeks. 18% increase in fuel. You'll see the video when I get home. I'll post it tonight or tomorrow. 18% up in 3 weeks. That's a big increase. From 50 pesos a liter to 59.5 pesos per liter. That's an 18% increase, I do believe. I gotta tell you, the pork humbug, it's good, but enough fat. It's half fat. It's 3/4 fat. I just don't want to eat all that fat. I don't want to get fat again. But the carnivore diet is working well. I put pants on this morning. They're my diet pants, my diet testing pants. Couldn't even get them on when I started my diet. I couldn't get them past my knees. Now they fit comfortably. With the button and the zipper. The button closed and the zipper zipped. Yeah, I'm done. There reaches a point in every buffet where you just have to say, I'm done. We are at that point. We're done. Time to hang up the spoon and the fork. Let somebody else have at it. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Give me the bell, please.
Okay, sir.
Amigo.
It's 100, sir.
What?
400 only. Hey, ma'am. Good, bro. Tama bro. Bro. Camera 16 po. I-15 na naman, para kanya kapag-isip man.
Wait.
15 na lang. 15.
Fine. Okay, thank you.
15 na nga. 1, 2, it's already, so sir, it's only 400, sir.
How
It's only
much?
400. It's only 400.
400.
Yes,
The
sir.
rest is for you.
Thank you,
For
sir.
the tip.
Yes, sir.
Don't give it to Ray Vincent because he puts it in his pocket. I gotta go. I'm late. I'm actually late for my 2 o'clock appointment.
Where, sir? Yeah.
Don't give it to Jama. She puts it right in the pocket. Okay, amigo, have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
See you next week.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir,
Ray Vincent, nice seeing you again. See you next week, okay, buddy?
this one.
Okay, bye-bye. Take this away, please. Yeah, otherwise I will wish for more. Gotta go. I'm a minute late already. 1 minute. Everybody, I gotta go. I'm late. The time just flew by.